Hi there, welcome to GDG Nairobi. This is Devfest 2022, and with me here I have the amazing Eric Ampire. Eric Ampire is a Google developer expert, the first in his country. He's a Google developer expert for Android. Can you imagine? Karibu sana.
Asante.
In Kenya.
Asante. Yeah, we used to speak Swahili a lot in DRC. Yeah.
So if you take us through your journey as a Google developer.
I've started software development in back in 2016, and I've started coding mostly with Kotlin on 2017 when Google announced that it will be the official programming language for Android development. And I was really passionate about building mobile application, and I started learning all those stuff, reading blogs about that, reading books, and my journey started at that point, and it was a really interesting thing now. Yeah.
How does it feel to be the first developer in the country?
That was super excited, when you are the first Google developer expert in your country, it's brings to everybody inside your country that everything can be possible. So most of developers in my country used to say that, it's used to be. Yeah, so most of people will try to say that it's used to not be very accessible to us because all the process of becoming a Google developer expert is something that is used to happen in English. And when you are in a French environment, it's not too much easy to get into all those processes. So by doing that, it gives such kind of hope to everyone that accomplishing something like that can be possible and accessible for every person who is an expert, even though doesn't feel very comfortable with English environment and all those stuff.
Right. Yeah. This is Devfest 2022. How has your experience been?
So my experience was super interesting. So it's my first time to attend to a big tech event like this one. So I used to organize events in my home countries, but it's not that big like this one. So the experience was super interesting. I really enjoy almost every session that I've tried to attend, and it was my first time to have a very full room with a lot of people who is yeah, that was super amazing. Really appreciate that. Yeah.
Were all your expectations met?
Yeah, for sure, definitively.
Now your experience as a keynote speaker, how was that?
Well, I think when the lead of the GDG Nairobi told me that. Will you? Yeah. So let's try, because it's my first time to lead a keynote like that, and I was super excited to do that. So I just prepared my presentation and try just to give an overview about what are we going to cover related to the Android ecosystem, and that was super interesting. So I really enjoyed that, and I hope it will not be my first time to lead a keynote.
Nice. What are your expectations for the future development of developer festivals to come in the coming years? I'm sure we'll have more and more festivals for developers like we've had today. So what expectations do you have? What is the future of Devfest and the tech industry in general?
So I think there is a lot of opportunity when it comes to talk about technology in general, and events such as Devfest used to be a great opportunity for everyone to getting started when it comes to talk about technology. And my hope as a software developer is to be able to reach more people by organizing such kind of events. I know that it's the event that used to happen once a year, and my hope is just to be able to create much more impact and to reach more people, especially women, because in my country, for example, we don't have women in the community.
Oh, there's no women in tech?
There is some of them, but the community, when it comes to talk about women, is not that much active, you know. And my challenge as a Google developer group lead is to be able to create an environment where women will feel comfortable to invest themselves into the technology in the future, because I think it's a very important aspect.
As we wind up, speak to the young tech generation. Tell them something, a word of advice, considering you have a first-hand experience, especially as a first engineer, or rather as a first developer for Android in your country. I'm sure you have some good advice to share and to offer.
Yeah, so my good advice is, when you get started into the technology, the most of the time it's super excited when you get started, but at some point you will find challenge, you will find difficulties and all those stuff. I think the good advice that I can give to everyone who wants to get started into the technology is to be patient, because the most of the time when you are trying to do something, we are expecting to have result as quick as possible, but it's not always the case, you know. Sometimes you have to spend a couple of time trying to have issue, beg and hold those stuff, and without having patience you will give up quickly. So that's the key point of being a good... For sure.
Tech engineer.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Ampire, for your time.
Thank you for having me.
For gracing Devfest 2022. Let's look forward to Devfest 2023.
For sure. Thank you.
For also gracing the tech industry. It's actually a pleasure. We've come to the end of this part of the conversation. I will be coming back with yet another guest.